Hello everyone, this is Mistress Nightmare here, and I'm sorry I wasn't been able to post any new fanfictions for you guys for the past couple of weeks. But I'm back now, and I'll be reading chapter 2 of Jeff the killerXMale Reader and eyeless Jack. Before we get started, please hit that like button, comment, subscribe to this channel if you guys want more creepypasta fanfictions out there. Until then, let's get started. You got home exhausted, running and leaning against the door. Damn, you were out of shape. And what the hell was that thing, anyway? It wasn't human, was it? Well, he definitely wasn't normal looking. He was covered in blood. But whose? A shiver ran down your spine as you got a really bad feeling that you haven't seen the last of that guy. Sitting against the door, trying to calm your mind and calm yourself down, which did not work. You couldn't stop thinking about that face. That beautiful torn up face. Wait, what the hell am I thinking? You shake your head and try to get rid of those thoughts. You ran your fingers through your short black hair and let out a sigh as you got up. For some reason, you felt like you had to go back there. Maybe check things out. If the guy was real or not. Laughing to yourself, maybe you were going crazy. So you got your pocket knife and stashed it into your pocket. You grabbed your sweater because it was starting to get chilly and finally made your way outside, back to the place where you seen that guy. Once you got to the place, of course, he was no longer there. No sign of him ever being there. You let out a long, exhausting sigh. Why the hell do you even want to come back here in the first place? If this person was really real and still be here, what would you have done? Probably nothing. You laughed to yourself. You've done what most of your life when it comes to dealing with certain other people. You hated other people, which explains why you have no friends. And what you wanted so badly to move out after high school, so you didn't have to deal with the expectations when you have to go to work in college. Since your going out was a whole waste of time, you decided that might as well take a walk until you're ready to finally go back home. While walking home, you came upon a park. It was a nice playground. You stopped by the swings and go towards it. The swings was one of those that you can use always go on. As children, that is, it was the only thing that you can do, that you didn't want to really involve or interact with the others, but still it made it look like you were part of the group or something. This is why your teachers never thought that you were perfectly staying away from the other students, from everyone, because even then you knew that there were teachers that would pick out certain students and try to get them to interact with other students. You just couldn't handle being around people getting up all in your business. It was bad enough your mother would do that. Letting out a sigh, you continued to sat down upon the swing. You knew your mother would be worried, but why would she? You did okay by yourself, didn't you? Your thoughts were interrupted by a gray finger poking you on the shoulder, getting your attention. You're a little startled at first, but then you looked up. You stared in shock. In front of you was a young guy, or so you think. It was hard to tell since he wore a mask, a dark blue mask that showed no eyes, but just darkness, blackness, oozing out of the mask itself, running down its face. Blackness that seemed to draw you and lose yourself into it, but your trance was broken as the guy's hand you something. You take it at first, not even looking at it. When you do first find out, it shook you to the core once more. There in your hand held a heart, not just any heart, a human heart. A wave of disgust hit you and you shivered. A shiver's run down your spine. You go to look back at the guy, but he was nowhere to be seen. you what to do with the heart. A few ways of possible, but something tells you that it's not such a good idea to do so. Instead, you place it back into your sweater's pocket. You definitely had enough of creepiness for tonight, so you finally decide to head back home. Once you got home, you head straight to your bedroom and plopped on your bed, your mind completely blank. You really didn't know what to think about the situation. Without knowing, you ended up drifting to sleep. Time skip. You woke up to a loud crash in the kitchen. You yawned and got out of bed to see what was going on. Walking to the kitchen, you spotted a figure just standing there. You were cut off as you felt the figure turned with one of your kitchen knives in hand. It was the guy that you ran into earlier, but now he was wearing a white sweater that seemed to be soaked with more blood than before. Fresh blood. The guy darkly chuckled. What a lovely coincidence collection of knives you have. I'd just love to try one out. You then back away, break free from your trance, and try to make a run for it. But with no effort at all, the guy tackles you to the ground and pins you underneath him. Then he whispers into your ear, Now, YN, that is not very nice to run from me. When I came all this way just to see your fucking face. You stare at him with many thoughts going through your head like, who was he? And how the hell did he get into your house? And what was going on? And what was he going to do to you? The guy snickers as he can sense your thoughts. Don't fucking worry. I'm going to have a little fun with you first. Then he reaches down towards the bottom of your sweater and stops. You watch pure anger run through across his face as he reached into your sweater's pocket and pulled out the heart that's been exactly the same one that was given to you a while ago. You have forgotten about it. Your sweater was definitely dirty because of that. It soaked the bottom half of my sweater in blood, though you still didn't know why this pissed off the guy so much. The guy muttered underneath his breath and started to get off of you and started making his way towards the door before going out, and he turns. You're fucking mine, YN. And don't you forget that. Then he leaves. You couldn't help but stare after him.